What's going on, everybody? We're back here in some more Legends. So, I finally did it. I know back in a couple previous videos, I said I wasn't going to get these tracks, but my intuition got the best of me. I did go and buy the track pass for these new tracks and everything. Um, so the biggest critic I have for these tracks is they're almost exactly the same. Um, exactly the same as the 2023 tracks, but they're a little different. So what makes them oh, what makes them actually a little different is the scaling wise. So these tracks are these tracks actually are a little bit bigger from the 2023 tracks. Or that could just be my FOV or something like that, but I feel that these tracks are a little bigger from the 2023 tracks. The biggest notice for these tracks are the would be all the ruts. Hold on for a second. So I've been playing on every track and everything. The biggest difference with with this is that yes, the jumps are a little bigger. Um, some of the jumps, not all the entire tracks are different from the 2023 versions. If you go back, there's a couple of there's a couple of sections that are a little different from the 2023 tracks. Some of the jump scalings are a little some of the jump scalings are a little different, but most of the tracks are basically virtually the same. Like this Southwick, that's different. The corner's different. The the noticeable difference that they made with these tracks is they smoothed out the corners a little bit. They didn't make the corners so tight um, as the 2023 tracks. So they made them to where the fact that the tracks are actually a little bit more flowy than the 2023 versions. Some of the jumps are dialed down a little bit. Scaling is a little better. Like this corner right here. If you guys do remember that corners were a little tight, they stretched them out a little bit more. Um, this is exactly the same. Come up here, this jump is exactly the same. Dialed down that, they made this bigger. This is exactly the same. And this section is exactly the same. So, but they did roughen up the track a little bit more. Just kind of picked up the ruts in some areas, but they didn't do much change to the tracks from the 2023 versions. But the one thing that I will kind of explain on is from the 2023 tracks to these tracks. The way they redid them, the way they worked them, these tracks are fast. I won't lie. If you hit the tracks just right, hit the rhythms just right on these tracks are fast. It it depends on what bike you have, everything like that. They stretched this corner out. They kind of took the 2022 corner back into this one because that specific corner right there is the one corner that I had the most problem with on this track because it's such an offset corner, and it's hard to really line your trajectory up with it. But they did bring back the corner from the 2022 track back in that corner, and it feels a lot more smooth now. I can actually scrub it like I used to in the 2022 tracks. These that didn't make much change. I don't know, from a standpoint, almost a year of riding the 2023 tracks. For some reason, for me personally, these tracks feel a lot more smoother for my playstyle, if I would say. Uh, it's just they're fast. They feel a lot more smoother, and I feel like that if you get a lot more practice with the right tune in, you can throw down some heaters on all of these tracks released so far. So there was a couple of other things I wanted to go over. Let's go change that. Trial Invitational. So I was actually one of the first dudes um, to actually suggest something like this. Um, as far as you guys do notice, if you guys seen different videos and everything like that, they are bringing the GNCC enduro tracks the uh, onto the national tracks. Um, this is something that people has been asking for. From their original take on the trials, on the trails, invitationals and everything, these actually feel like real enduro tracks. Something that you would hope you would go and know go and do. These are actually enduro. I did play one lap on this, so as you guys know, as you guys see, my time 3:58. It's not very. It's probably not very fast. But I imagine it's gonna take a few times to get tracked down. But that was with a 125, so I'm pretty sure I can get a faster time on the 450. Oh, that did not work. I just like the whole fact that these tracks are tight, they're windy, they're they're unpredictable, almost unpredictable. And I noticed the scaling and the how they built these jumps. I noticed that it's a lot more easier for me to. Oh God, water! It's a lot more easier for me to throw whips. Oh God, huh? It's a lot more easier for me to throw whips on some of the big jumps that I usually whip on, especially when I throw the nasty ones. Um, but so far, I've been able to scrub and whip. Oh, I've been able to scrub and whip on almost every jump with these, which I kind of like that. So, so I do have the new tune on these bikes. Um, I I'm not entirely sure if I want to release these. Um, because I think I've explained it before in one of my older videos that every time I did release tune or anything like that, it always seems to like uh bog my skill down, if that makes sense. Um, I don't know if it's because other players or is the fact that probably MX versus ATV is probably basing off some of the best tunes in the game. Because I did notice that on some of the tracks, on some of the, I'm not sure all of them, but some of the tracks, but some of the sections on the tracks are built differently from the older tracks on sections that players would hit bigger lines to gain time and everything. So I noticed that there's a couple of sections on these tracks that uh, they they changed that because you have to hit them a different way now, so you're not hitting the big lines, lines that are not meant to be uh, hit. But all in all, they did, like I said, they did really smooth out these tracks a little more from the 2023 versions. Um, I think I'm on the national track. If I could go back to the 2023 versions and then come over here, I would feel the complete difference of the flow for the tracks. They just built them in a way that's just smoother. And I think I'm probably gonna do another tune uh, for these specific tracks because I feel like that um, they did change something again with the physics. Spikes feel a lot more. Spikes feel a lot more planted now, faster. Well, my tune that I have on my bikes right now, but I've been uh I've been running some fast lap times. So we got Red Bull next weekend. Curious how that track ends up. So as you guys all know, my favorite track out of the entire series is Unadilla. My second favorite is Southwick. That's why I'm on here playing these. Oh God, this is just unpredictable. No, that has to be worked on a lot. Um, if somebody's in with Mysteries ATV, let them know about that. I don't know if it's from the mud or the water itself, but slow speeds does not do it. Restricts a lot of the bike. Yeah, this feels like something that you can do in first person. I'm not gonna do it right now because doing it strictly for the content. So here, I noticed that they worked on. I noticed that they worked on the terrain deformation a little bit as well. Um, you're able to plug in the ruts a little bit more. So, oh, why? So for me buying these DLCs, I don't necessarily think I'm going to continue making content for Legends. I still might, I still might continue to release that other video, techniques video for MX, and that's probably going to be my very last video. But I think I might do a final conclusions and suggestions for the game. I might release one of those, and I think that would be about it. So, and as for the streaming, as you guys know, I recently, I recently just got Sea of Thieves. I've been streaming that. I had a couple, or yeah, I had a good stream with that game. I've been having I've been having a lot of problems with my internet again. So, and I think that's primarily due to the fact that Sea of Thieves is heavily based for multiplayer and um, using the Wi-Fi for broadcasting and everything. I was gonna release a video for the rest of the mission, but I just been having a lot of connection issues with the game recently. So I'm not gonna necessarily do another stream just yet. I'm gonna go ahead um, and probably will just started that mission. Well, I don't know. We'll figure something out. But as for right now, I'm gonna take a couple of days off, um, so I can figure out if the stream even works correctly. And I'm hitting all the wrong lines. Make sure everything works all correctly and everything. And I'm gonna start streaming a couple of other games, um, new for the channel and everything. But I can't be doing it all the time. Again, due to the fact that I've been having severe connection issue connection issues recently. If you guys recently just watched the recent stream, uh, I didn't make no progress on that whatsoever. Just kept having a lot of connection issues. Kept kicking me out of the server. All that stuff. So, surprise me. Yeah, again, I recently noticed that the connection with the ruts are a lot better, but the tracks don't necessarily get chewed up as much as I would like it to do. But you can definitely feel it. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this lab. 352, so not much faster than 125. Oh, trees. Oh, and I hit the gate. Damn. So, um, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. See you.